We actually have sharks for you today. I think this has been a really awesome recurring theme that we see be successful out here. We have Battlin boxers, Altergeist, and a couple of other interesting goodies for you as well. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oz content. Yes, everybody, this is Sharks, and I can't tell you how many times that we see this deck regurgitating back out of the regional block here. It actually has been kind of interesting to see this deck with how much success it can actually have out here. I think a lot of players kind of underestimate, honestly, the success rate of this deck. And, we have Mini Aruka in here actually being an extender that we're seeing here with this. So, isn't that awesome to actually see? The power of TCG exclusives actually mattering. I also see that we're playing numbers protection down here as well, so you're actually getting a little bit of value out of this deck, at least in some extra defensive lines. So of course, you're packing in the triple Abyss Shark. Of course, this is still the best Shark support. You got the 2 copies of the Ash Blossom, you got the triple copies of the Buzz Sol, you got the 1 copy of the Crystal Shark, you got the triple copies of the Dream Shark, you got the 1 Turtle, 2 copies of Ice Jade. I actually think this is kind of a nice addition because it gives you the Powerhouse Ice Jade Synchro here, which I think a lot of people kind of underestimate actually being helpful in this deck. You have the 2 Lantern Sharks, 1 Mini Aruka, the 1 Right Hand, and of course 1 Xyz Remora. And then 1 Called By, your 1 Foolish Burial, your triple goods, your 2 Droplets, the 1 Desires, 1 Prosby, 2 Super Poly, then we have 2 Evenly, triple Gozen, 2 Ice Barrier, and 2 copies of Infinite Permanence. And in the extra deck, you got 1 Totally Awesome, 2 Kraken Spawns, 1 Silent Honor Dark. We actually have this be relevant, that's great. 2 Stealth Kraken with 1 101. We also have 1 Nash Knight, 1 Zeus with the 1 CXYZ Nash Knight. You have the 1 Bahamut Shark, the 1 Abyss Dweller, the 1 Ice Jade, 1 Mud Dragon, and 1 copy of Garua. And then, of course, we have 1 Gamma Seal, 1 Lava Golem with your triple copies of Nibiru, 2 copies of Silent Wabi, 1 Feather Duster, 2 Lightning Storm, 1 Evenly, 1 Numbers Protection, and triple copies of Solemn Judgment here, wrapping up your pile. Next up here, we have some Battlin boxers. Now, full disclaimer here, I have not seen pure Battlin boxer do anything. When I first initially saw this list, I was like, there is no way somebody actually brought this to an event and was actually successful with it. And that's really what you care about, is just the ability to have fun in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, it actually does check out. I think a lot of people underestimate, this. Also, the fact you can search for the Flambeau counter or the cross counter now and have both of these cards be live, thanks to the new support, is amazing. So, of course, you got triple Ash for defensive reasons. You got the triple copies of Chief Second. You got the 1 Glassjaw. Triple copies of Promoter. We also have the 1 Boxer Shadow. Triple copies of Spar. 1 copy of the Switch Hitter. We also have triple copies of Uppercutter. Triple copies of Droll and Lockbird. Got triple copies of Space Rock. 1 Battlin Boxer Spirits. Have the triple copies of Book of Moon. You have the 1 Called by the Grave, 2 Crossout Designator with your triple copies of Pot of Prosperity. You have the 1 Rhoda, the 1 Cross Counter with the 1 Flambeau counter, and of course we have triple copies of Infinite Permanence. Then we have 1 Unicorn, 1 IP, your 1 Hida, your 1 Axis Machine, the 1 Utopic Future with the 1 Utopic Future Draco. I have the 1 Battlin Boxer Kaiser, and the 1 Battlin Nova Kaiser. You have the 1 Star Cestus with the 1 Gaga 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 Extender. You also have Good Ol' Zeus, and then 2 Lead Yoke and 2 Dempsey. And then, of course, we have Cowboy for Time. You have the 2 Cosmic Cyclones with the 1 Feather Duster. Triple Herald with 2 Barrier, 2 Evenly, and triple Gozen Match here. Wrapping up, your pile, honestly. Everything all comes down to the ability to set that counter card from the deck. Also, 200 defense. It was everything that they actually wanted for the deck. I still can't believe they made Flambeau counterplayable in this. Next up here is Altergeist. Oh, wait. We have an Altergeist? Yes. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. With how the format has gone, Geist has not been the most successful deck in the shed as of late. And they've actually reached out for a pretty interesting tech choice here, the Ledger Book. Just target 2 monsters your opponent controls, banish them until the end phase, and then your opponent gains 1,000 life points for each that left the field by this effect. But this is a chainable spot removal that's up to 2 that you just get to out. So if your opponent's setting up to do some combo stuff, you just out them, and then they're like, oh, okay, well, yeah, they come back, sure, but You can clean them up off a destructive. You have Melozeek here to attack directly to get these things off of the field, or you just set up everything in the extra deck to actually clear out the game. It is actually pretty interesting how much this deck actually kind of wants to rely on the ledger book here just for cleanup on these power cards. So we have 1 copy of Kunguri, we have 2 copies of the Malwisp, we have triple copies of Marionetter, we have the triple copies of the Melozeek, we have triple copies of Multifaker with the 1 Pukuri, you have the 1 Siliquitos with your triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyspring, you have the triple Droll and Lockbird with your triple copies of Pot of Prosperity, you got 2 Manifestation, 1 Protocol with your triple Destructive Daruma Cannon, and then triple of the Ledger Book, triple copies of Imperm with the triple Spoofing, and then triple Strike. Down in the extra, we have the Sunlight Wolf. I still love this. We also have the 1 Almirage, the 1 Anima. Of course, we have Ningirisu with the 1 Lingaribo. We have Phoenix with Dahark, 2 copies of the Prime Banshee, the Memory Gant, the triple Hextee, and your 2 Adaminia. And then, of course, triple Lord, because this card's busted. Triple Nibiru, triple Seeker Village, triple Evenly, and triple Judgment here, wrapping up the power. And, hey, it's more heroes. I'm not going to lie. I feel like Hero has kind of been perfected as of this point in time with all these different deck profiles. Because you look at, Favorite Contact, and you're like, all right, cool, so this was, the last semi-major innovation that people were like, yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll play it. I'm not going to enjoy it, but, it'll be something that we can toss into the deck, and we can have this, end up being part of, these strategies. And while I think a lot of people genuinely were happy with this innovation, especially, when you could play Neos, I think it was the Infernal Divisor people actually figuring out that you could have it in the deck and not have it be super bricky was actually kind of nice. So you have triple copies of Ash, of course. You got the 1 Dark Angel, the 1 Denier with your 2 Malicious. I got the 1 Plasma with the triple Droll. I also have the 1 Liquid Soldier with the 1 Shadow Mist, triple copies of Stratman. Got triple copies of Faris with your 2 Increase, 2 copies of Vion with the 1 Neos. Got the triple Hero Lives with the 1 Called By, the 1 Foolish Barrel with the triple Fusion Destiny. Of course, we have 2 Mass Change, 1 Miracle Fusion with 1 Poly, 1 Rhoda. I also have the 1 Favorite Contact and triple Imperm. And then, of course, we have the 1 Wonder Driver, the 1 Infernal Divisor, the 1 Dread Decimator, 2 Cross Crusaders, the 1 Wake Up Your Elemental Hero, 2 Dark Laws with the 1 Blast. You also have the 1 Sunrise, the 1 Shining Neos Wingman, the 1 Infernal Rage, the 1 Absolute Zero, your 1 Dystopia, and your 1 DP. And then we got the triple Book of Eclipse, your triple Dark Ruler, your 1 good old Harvey's Feather Duster, 2 Lightning Storm, triple Evenly, and triple copies of Rivalry of the Warlords here. Really, honestly, wrapping up kind of what we've been expecting out here in the hero department. And, oh, hi Exosister. I'm not going to lie. I found Exosister Innovations to be kind of interesting just to see, because this deck has kind of been ramping up. Actually, it just went, 9-1 out of the last Pennsylvania Regional, I believe, out of Philadelphia. So that's something to really consider out here is, how good is this deck right now? I mean, the Spirit Package gives the deck the extenders that it needs without, hurting the deck. Dark Ruler, you have board breakers out the wazoo here. Something maybe to consider. So you have the triple Aratama. We have the triple copies of Ash Blossom. You have the triple Dimension Shifter with the triple Ellis. You also have 1 Irene, triple Martha with your 2 copies of Sophia, 2 copies of Stella with your 2 copies of Sakitama. You also have the triple Cross-Eyed Designator with your triple Hadoken. You have the triple Pax with the triple Pot of Prosperity, your 2 evenly matched. Your 2 Returnia with your 1 Vadis, and then 2 Imperm. And then you have, of course, you have 1 Lina, 1 Baguski with 2 Magnifica, 2 Mikhails, 2 Caspidiel, 2 Jabrine, 2 Osofia with the 1 Exciton, 1 Zeus, and 1 Blue Eyes Ultimate. I see what we're doing here. We also have 2 Gamma Burst, triple Book, 1 Feather Duster, 2 Herald, 2 Lightning Storm, 1 Necro Valley, 1 Evenly, and triple copies of Sacking the Dragon here. Laughing at our opponent in maximum Keck 5,000. This is actually beautiful. I love a lot of the ideas that we're kind of seeing here. I think there's a lot of cool innovation kind of spinning around the room right now in terms of some of these really roguish ideas that are doing well. So please, comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Peace out. patrons. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.